The following program contains mature subject matter. Listener discretion is advised. Montreal's news talk leader, CJAD 800 presents Passion with sex therapist Dr. Laurie Betito. To reach Dr. Laurie, call 514-790-0991. Star Talk, a free call on Bell Mobility, and 800-491-CJAD. Now, here's Dr. Laurie.
Welcome to Passion, a show all about love, sex, and relationships. I'm Dr. Laurie Betito. I am a clinical psychologist, also a sex therapist. Tonight it is our regular monthly feature that we call Dating Dilemmas. I'm joined by Frank Kermit, who happens to be a dating coach and a relationship coach. He is the founder of franktalks.com. He's the author of many books on the subject of dating, and he has now joined the journalism team of the West End Times, so you can find his article about first date conversations in this week's West End Times. 514-790-0991. Tonight we're going to talk about something that's come up in the last couple of days on my show, Barry's show, is the issue of shyness. And it's more of a curse than an issue, but it is something that a lot of people suffer with. So we are going to talk about that. However, if you have any other questions, any other dating dilemma that you would like to discuss with us, Frank is here, and we're both here to put our heads together and help you out. 514-790-0991. You can also text us at 514-800. Frank, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Dr. Laurie. It's really great to be here.
All right, let's go straight to the phone lines, shall we? Karen, hi, welcome to the program.
Hello?
Hi, Karen.
Hi. You didn't say my name, so...
Well, now I did. Karen, hi.
Waiting here in the background for you. I love calling in on your show.
Oh, great.
Okay, what I'd like you to explain is, how can we tell the difference when we're meeting people if someone just wants to be friendly or a friend or more?
That's a good question.
I try.
Okay, Frank, that's a big one.
Well, actually, it's pretty simple. If they're trying to spend any time with you alone or separate you from the group that they met you in, they're looking to find out more about you to see what is possible for the two of you. Okay. If someone really just wants to be friends, they're not going to look to interact with you outside of that social situation.
Okay.
So they wouldn't necessarily say, let's go out for da-da-da,
Exactly.
if they just wanted to be friends with you. They wouldn't want to give you that idea, or...
Well, they want personal time with you.
If they're spending any personal time with you, they're trying to figure out where exactly you might fit in their life in terms of what role you might play, what kind of relationship you could potentially have.
So they may not know right at the beginning, so you won't know this, Karen, right off, right off the top, unless they don't want to spend any time with you alone. So
yeah, but some people, they're just naturally so friendly, and it's confusing.
So they're flirty. You mean when you get flirted with?
I guess I call it friendly, but, at ease, very comfortable, chit-chat.
Right. It's true. Like in a situation like at work, or you meet somebody and they're very, very friendly with you and they seem almost flirty. Like, how do we read those signals? It's true that they're sometimes hard to interpret.
They're being attentive.
Okay, when you're talking about a work situation, generally people have to be polite. And that's one of the ways, that might be one of the guidelines. If they're in a situation where they have to be polite, like a work situation, you have to get along with everybody regardless if you would rather not interact with them. You're working. So those are the types of things you just can't take seriously. However, when someone at work says, we really should talk, maybe we should go out for a coffee sometime, or I know you really like that movie, let's you and me go check out the latest flick that's coming out. Now they want to try to get you alone. They're trying to bring you out of that social situation and spend more time alone with you.
What if they say, let's have lunch? Like, do you want to have lunch together today?
Now, initially, because again, if you're working with somebody, it might just be to establish enough rapport that you can get along at work.
Okay.
But let's look at the nature of the conversation. Are you only talking about work-related stuff, or you start talking about more personal things? Tell me about your family. Tell me about your past. Tell me about your likes and dislikes, things that have nothing to do with the job. Chances are somebody wants something more. Now, there will be people who can mislead you because they love the attention. Then that's where it gets dangerous.
Yeah.
Some people love the attention and they're not capable of deeper intimacy. That's where it can get confusing.
So that's where you might, maybe those are some of the people that you might get confused with.
And I guess, too, if it's someone at your work, you might want to be careful what you're going to disclose personally, because
just like Facebook.
They could be jealous or competitive or...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there a specific situation that you're in, Karen, that sparked the question?
Yeah, just for me, sometimes some people, just are really friendly, and I'm taken aback by it,
Well, but some people are, and I think that is the fact that some people are more charming or friendly or flirty or what have you than others, and you have others that are very quiet. So sometimes it's a character thing, but you can observe them with other people, and that will give you a clue as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Karen, thanks so much for calling in. Have a good night. Bye-bye now. Coming back, we'll continue with dating dilemmas and discuss the curse of shyness, what you can do about it, and how, different things you can do to help you in the dating world with that. That's coming up next here on Passion.
Frank Talks is sponsored in part by the Adult Male Virgin Seminars and Telephone Consultations. If you are an adult and want to get a handle on this once and for all, you need this seminar. Being an adult male virgin can be most stigmatizing in today's society. You feel like a failure in the eyes of the mass culture around you, alienated from your male friends who all talk about their sexual conquests, and you must hide this shameful secret lest they use it against you. And the very personal pain, anguish, and despair that cannot be described by words that haunts you every moment of your life. Enough is enough. It is time for male virgins to take charge of their sex lives. Frank gives you the rules of winning in this seminar. The Adult Male Virgin Seminars and Telephone Consultations. Make your first time the best time of her life. Only available at franktalks.com. Frank helps adult boys turn into men.